assignment here. First of all, I am set up. I'm not in Premiere yet. This is where you need to get to before you even want to start Premiere. So these are my project files. Let's just ignore those for the moment. But for this project, you need 4 video files. I found 4 videos off of Pexels stock video. I'm going to make like a little skiing montage and trying to tell a story a little bit here. Like the first clip is just arriving at the ski hill. The second clip is we're going up the gondola, and then the third and fourth clips are coming down the hill skiing. I need a couple audio clips, so I grabbed these off of a stock video website. Looks like I closed the tab already. But I grabbed 3 clips. One is kind of like a build-up clip. It's kind of like a cinematic, emotional build-up, which I think will go good when we're going up this ski lift or whatever. And then 2 just kind of chill out tracks as we're coming back down the hill. So I'm already kind of planning out my project before I get there. This project file I created when I opened up Premiere and created my new project. And then all my autosave stuff gets generated when I'm in Premiere doing my thing. So once I have organization and I have everything ready to go, I start in Premiere and I start with the project window. And again, if that's not open, you go to window and open projects. And I would call it transitions, since that's what we're working on. Stay organized. I renamed all my files ahead of time, so I kind of have a feel for what order they're going in. So all of this was work done off camera before I started the screen record that you should consider as well. But anyways, when you're ready to start adding things into your sequence, you can drag and drop them into the project panel here. So there go my video clips. Here come my audio clips. And at this point, I can close this folder. I've got everything into Premiere. Let me expand my window here. So to start with, I am going to add my clips in the order that I want them in the sequence. So I called this one Ski 1. Here's Ski 2. Let's see, Ski 3. And Ski 4. I'm going to zoom out my timeline a bit using this dot on the bottom of the timeline panel. So at immediate glance, I've got a couple pieces that I could sort out right away. First problem I'm looking at is I've got my first clip is horizontal landscape. My second clip is portrait. So I have to decide what I want to do with that. And I think in the case of this one, I'm just going to use the zoom feature and zoom in on a portion of this clip just to fit the window, the landscape window. And it looks like the top half of the clip is maybe what I want to feature, because that's where the gondola is, and maybe the tips of the trees I'll still be able to see. So to resize or reformat any of these clips, I would select the clip, and then I'd need the Effect Controls window, which if it's not open, go to Window, Effect Controls. In the motion category here, I can change, in this case, the scale number. I would want to actually probably bring the scale up in this case, which zooms in on this clip, so I can fill in the space. And that looks pretty good. I think that's a pretty good happy medium between seeing the gondolas and also seeing the trees as we're going up. So I'm going to leave it just there. But if I want to change position at all, I could alter some of these numbers here and slide left or right or up or down if I need to get a different view, but I kind of like where I'm at. Second issue I see is I've got 2 clips here with audio. Ski 3 came with its own audio, and so did Ski 4. I don't want that. I'm going to replace it with my own audio tracks. So I can right-click on this clip, unlink the audio from the video, and then select separately the audio track and hit delete on my keyboard. So again, right-click, unlink, select the audio, delete. Okay, so now I'm ready to start bringing in my audio clips. I wanted to start with the build-up clip. So I'm going to drag that in here. It's a very long clip. and I only want it to do the build up until I get to the end of clip 2, because that means we're at the top of the hill in my sequence here. So I'm going to trim this audio back by bringing my cursor to the edge of this audio clip. Turns red, arrow to the left, trimming to this transition point. It should snap right to that crack between ski 2 and ski 3 in my case. Then I can decide if I want to use both of these chill tracks that I put out here, or maybe I'll just go with one since it's such a short clip. And this one looks like it takes a couple moments to build up. Let me see how my other chill track looks. Does that get right into the music? Yeah, this one looks like it has audio right off the bat, just by looking at the peaks in the audio track there. Those represent sound waves. And this one is, again, way too long, so I'll just trim it to the length of the end of my video. So the real crux, that's kind of my basic setup. I got my 4 clips. My audio now matches one transition, and length is good. Next, I'm going to be applying some effects to add some transitions between my clips. Right now I have hard transitions between my audio, hard transitions between my video. So I need the effects window. So I will go to Window, Effects, and open that up. That's replaced my project panel. If I need to get back at it, I can just click this arrow and get back to it. So this is like tabs in a web browser. So in effects, I need a couple. I need some video transitions, and I need some audio transitions. Let's start with video. So between these 2 clips, where there's a crack between the videos here, is where I'm going to apply the video transitions. And there's a lot to play with. And some of them are really neat, some of them are really dumb. So you just have to experiment and figure out what you like. Let's try whip. So how these effects work is you drag them off the effects panel, click and hold, and then you apply them in between the crack here. Boom. You might get a transition warning like this, which sometimes means that Premiere is going to help you out with your transition and repeat some frames in this case, which is just fine. If I zoom in here, now I have this transition I can click on, and I can make it longer if I want to, up in this effect controls panel, or down in my timeline if I want that whip effect to last longer. I can drag it out. If I want to replace it with another, well, let's get a quick look at what I've done here. So I got the whip effect. Let's see how it looks when I hit play. It's transitioning. The build-up continues. If I like it, great. If I want to replace it, I can grab something else, plop it in its place, make the same modifications if I wish. If I want to start over, I can click on the transition. It gets highlighted in white, and I can click delete. And I'm back where I started. I'll just leave it in for now. I want to see you experiment with at least 3 different types of transitions. So I will do maybe a page turn transition here between my next clips. Same warning. I might have to expand that effect a little bit. Page turn, kind of cheesy, but whatever. And then maybe a dissolve. Cross dissolve, let's go with for my last video effect. So try 3 different ones. Again, you can click, modify the duration. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. If I want that dissolve to last longer, span it out farther. Click and hold, drag it out. More dissolve. So now the last piece is my audio. I've got 2 audio clips, and right now they have a very harsh transition between the 2. Let's take a listen how they sound currently. Well, that sounds ridiculous. So I would want to do the same kind of thing with an audio transition. We don't have many options here. You can do with audio transitions. So Without going into the specifics between these, let's just look at how they work and you can decide which one is best for you. So these get applied very similarly to the gaps in our audio here. I'm just going to use constant power. That's the default one here. If I drop it in, I see one main issue here is I can only add it to like one side of the clip by default, which isn't great because then it fades in my audio, but it only fades in the new audio clip. It doesn't fade out the old audio clip. So let's solve that by clicking on the effect, constant gain or constant power here. And then you'll have to find your effect controls window. And just like anything else, if you can't find it right away, go to a window, effect controls. And you can see the behavior of this one right now is to start at the cut. The cut means the slice between my audio clips. If I change that to center at cut, it does a better job of fading in and out this audio effect. And also in this window, I get kind of a zoomed in view of my cut here, and I can make nice modifications to the audio transition here by expanding this transition a bit so that one piece of music has an option to fade in slower to the next. So that's a zoomed in view. Up here is a zoomed in view of my timeline down here. It's just kind of a micro view of what's happening down here. So any change I make up here, you would see reflected down on my main timeline as I'm expanding that effect. But now I have a nice fade between the two pieces. That's exactly what you need to do. I'm ready for export at this point. Good luck.